Hi family. Well, I just wanted to walk you through a little bit of spinal organization that will help alleviate hopefully some discomfort in the spine, back, and connected spaces. So we'll go ahead and start seated in a comfortable chair, about the middle of the chair, so you've got a little space behind you before you hit the back of the chair. And we're just going to start with a little proprioceptive awareness. That's just awareness of your own body's natural, where you're hanging out, kind of patterns. So just let your eyes close down. And we'll just spend a few breaths just kind of noticing where your chin hangs out naturally, where the shoulders are seated. As you breathe in, notice where you feel the breath through the torso, maybe chest, maybe ribs, maybe belly. As you draw your attention down through the hips, notice the weight rooted in each hip. Is it even? Is it shifted more to one side? Moving through the legs and the knees, notice the same. All the way down to the feet. And see if you can feel all 10 toes on the ground. Begin to press into the toes and notice naturally where your weight shifts, maybe just to pinkies, maybe just to big toes. Try to feel all 10 toes press evenly. And you can start to flutter those eyes open just a little bit and start to look to the feet and bring them into alignment. So squaring the toes right in front of the heels, heels right behind the middle toe. And then heels underneath your knees and knees right in front of those hips. And just kind of notice if this feels natural for you. If the toes want to turn out slightly, that's fine. Just bring them as much in towards that alignment as feels comfortable for you. Again, all 10 toes stay rooted. Bring your awareness back into those hips and just notice if you're shifting more to one side or the other. And just try to bring it a little more even. And so now that we've got the legs nice and stable, let's come back to the top of the head and just start to notice where the chin is. So if the chin is pulling forward, top of the head is kind of pressing back. If the chin is down, top of the head is kind of pulling forward. So we want the top of the head straight up. Try to let the chin pull back into the jaw. So I'm going to turn to the side slightly so you get a better idea of that. So instead of letting the chin lift up or draw down, we want the chin to go straight back. So what we're trying to do is engage the muscles at the base of the skull, trying to turn on the very top of the spine, the cervical spine. So again, it's just a slight push back. And if you can imagine the car seat headrest behind you, let the back of the head press back slightly. And just kind of take a moment to notice how this feels in the whole body. Work your way down to the hips, to the knees, to the feet. Maybe some shifting has gone on. Try to feel all 10 toes press. And we're just going to flip the palms up to face the sky here and try squeezing those shoulder blades back slightly and just notice and then release. Then we'll bring our left thumb to the sternum, center of your ribs, and the right thumb to the center of your kind of pelvis bone, pubic bone. And then we're going to reach the heart back and watch how the hands kind of spread away from each other. And then we're going to reach the heart forward. Notice how the hands come towards each other. So again, we'll go back once again, kind of squeezing those shoulders back. And then we'll pull the heart forward, kind of squeezing the shoulders forward. What we're doing is trying to understand our own range of motion, and then we want to come to a neutral space where the palms are right on top of one another. We want to try to memorize this space in our body and slowly, gently let the arms soften, keeping this alignment as much as possible. And then we're going to start to notice the breath and really change the way that you're creating your breathing. So we're going to exhale, and at the bottom of your exhale, I want you to engage the core like you're getting a little love tap, but that you'd be okay. So just supporting the low belly. Then we're going to try to keep that active support as you inhale. Now notice the chest wants to expand. It's natural. Let's try to keep the chest still and mindfully try and let your diaphragm press down into the lower abdomen, creating a pressurized sensation around the lower base of the spine. And so what we're doing is we're trying to dynamically engage all the muscles around the low belly, not just engaging front to back, but really feeling that pressurized sensation supporting the base of the spine. From here, lastly, we just want to feel those glutes slightly turn online enough to support the stabilization of the base of the hips. So we're not squeezing the hips or glutes in so much that it lifts our body or presses the knees out. We want to keep alignment, just enough support in the base of the spine to hold the hips neutral. And then with all these cues and alignments in the body, we're just going to change our relation to gravity slightly to challenge ourselves just by leaning forward slightly. Notice if the chin wants to jut forward, pull it back. Notice if the shoulders want to guide you, let them come back. Notice where the pressure has gone, where your breath is, and if your glutes are turned on. So again, just helping the body memorize this new alignment in relation to different places in gravity. Come back to neutral, and then we're going to lean back slightly. Notice if the chin draws into the chest here or lifts away. Try and keep it in that alignment. Feel the breath all the way to glutes. Come right back to center. We're going to do that a few times. Notice your breath. Try to inhale as you pull forward. And exhale as you lean back. Inhale, pulling forward. Exhale, pulling back. Now let's switch out the breathing just to notice how different that feels. Come back to the center. Exhale, lean forward. Inhale, lean back. Exhale, lean forward. It can just be a micro movement. Inhale, lean back. One more. Exhale, lean forward. Inhale, back. We'll come right back to neutral in the spine. Give yourself a break. That was a lot of work. So we'll go ahead and rest our spine for there today. And just know that you can bring those cues in to awareness anytime throughout the day, seated, standing, whenever your spine starts to give you little cues of discomfort. And so we'll end our practice with a little bit of breath work, flipping the palms up to face the sky, and once again, just closing the eyes down. Notice your breath. And we're just going to start to extend our breath. So as you breathe in and reach the top of your breath, see if you can add an extra little sip of breath. And then as you exhale and get to the bottom of your breath where you think you can't empty anymore, try to give an extra little. We're going to do that a few times together. So empty out everything first. And slow your breath in. Once you reach the top, take that extra sip. Exhale. Once you reach the bottom, take that extra. Let's go a few more times. One more. Return back to your normal state of breathing and just notice. Bring your palms towards each other to honor the practice that we physically create together. Bring your thumbs to your heart center, honoring your intention for coming to your practice. And let your forehead bow, honoring your intuition. And honoring this practice together, we say, Namaste. Well, thank you all for joining me today, and I hope you got something from that can help you throughout the rest of your day. I'll see y'all soon. Love ya. Bye.